Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Dana and I first want to thank you for clicking this video as this is my first YouTube video. I really appreciate you watching this, so thank you. Today I'm going to show you a very simple and easy makeup look, day to day, fits everyone, every clothes, every color. So this makeup is basically what I'm doing on a busy mornings when I don't have a lot of time to prepare myself and there might be a kid or two crying in the background, so I'm just putting on some colors, just want to look alive and not as if someone just kicked me out of bed basically. So if you want to see this look, keep on watching. First, I'm going to start with prepping my skin. Super important, especially in Texas, especially in this weather. My skin is super dry and I need a lot of hydration to make up for it. I'm not really particular about my moisturizer. Nowadays, I'm using the Neutrogena Deep Moisture Day Cream with SPF 20. I'm popping a nice amount, a decent amount on my hand, and the reason why I'm not particular with my moisturizers is that I'm using the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir 24K Gold Infused Beauty Oil, which is absolutely amazing for this weather and to really, you know, hydrate your skin. So I'm popping maybe 4 or 5 drops of this into my moisturizer. Basically just massage it into my skin. It has a nice smell to it and it really is helping moisturizing the skin and prepping it for makeup. So now that my skin is hydrated, I'm gonna hydrate my lips. I'm using the Blistex LipMedex that I absolutely adore. I've been using this product, well, not specifically this one of course, but I've been using that since I was like, I don't know, 16 or something. It plumps the lips, hydrates them, and it stays for so long. I usually put it on before I go to bed and I wake up and my lips are so moist and so plumped and it's still there. I mean, it stays for a long time. The first thing I like to do when it comes to makeup is basically conceal and correct my under eye areas. And the reason that I'm doing this before my foundation is that I'm using a kind of peachy orangey toned concealer and I think it blends well underneath my foundation. And another reason is that I want to let it sink into my skin, basically absorb into my skin. So I let it dry for a little while, do my eyebrows, and then I go all over with foundation. If I need to touch up my concealer, that's fine. I will use it again or a different concealer to brighten up those areas. But basically, this is what I do first. So I'm gonna go with the Bobbi Brown Intensive Skin Serum Corrector in the color Peach Bisque number 16, and I'm just placing a few dots under my eyes like that, where it is really apparent that I have this discoloration, this blue tone underneath my eyes. And to blend that, I'm going to use this Vichy brush that I have no idea what it's called or where to get it. I got it from a friend like, I don't know, 6 years ago or something like that. I like it because it's super dense and it has a wider side and a narrow side, so I can really get in there and blend it away. So I'm using the narrow side just to tap it on. And if I need to further blend it, I'll use the wider side. Look, already made such a difference. Tap it and blend it. And while I let it sit and absorb into my skin, I'm gonna move on to my eyebrows. I am using the MORPHE, what it's called, Micro Brow Pencil. I swatched the colors on my hand and I wanna show you that I'm using 2 colors. The darker one, Java in this case, will be used to outline the outskirts of my eyebrows, top and bottom. And the Hazelnut, which is a more light and even gray toned brown, is going to be used for filling in any sparse gaps in my inner portion of the eyebrow where my hairs are more, you know, naturally sparse, so I want to keep that illusion. So first I'm going to go with Java, but before I do anything I'm going to brush my hairs up and gently outline the outskirts of my brow. Notice that I'm not going inwards, I'm just outlining the outskirts, the middle part and the outer part of my eyebrow. And once I'm done outlining them, I will brush the hairs down and do the same on the top part. And now I'm just filling in any areas that I feel need filling. They don't have to be perfect. On a day-to-day basis, I kind of try to keep my eyebrows as natural as possible. I'm not going for an Instagram eyebrow look or something like that. I just want to do something simple and fast and still make it look like, you know, fuller brow. You can see the difference, right? I mean, it's pretty obvious. Going in with the Hazelnut, I'm gonna outline the bottom part and do hair-like strokes upwards to fill in any gaps in that area. Again, easy, soft, and fast. What do you think? I'm gonna do the other eyebrow off camera really fast and I'll be right back. To set those into place, I'm gonna use the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. Just combing my hairs up. And once I'm done, I don't really want this bushy brow look, so I'm just gonna straighten them like that. Moving on to foundation, I am kind of fanatic when it comes to mixing foundations. I really think that, I don't know, maybe I haven't found the perfect foundation for every occasion, but I really love to mix foundation to get the benefits of several foundation combined into one. So for today, I am going to use, since we're going for a simple, natural, everyday look, I am going to use the MAC Face and Body Foundation in the color N2. I'm going to pop that on my makeup palette like I'm a real pro. And I am going to mix in some Revlon Colorstay foundation in the color 330 Natural Tan. And I'm using this foundation because I do want some extra coverage. Just because, I mean, I won't necessarily advise this to everybody, but I have a lot of pigmentation going on since, you know, I was pregnant, so, and that didn't go away, so I kind of want that blank canvas to work on. So just one drop of that into the MAC Face and Body, just place it onto my skin. And for blending that, I will use the Expert Face Brush from Real Techniques. If you have an extra minute in your day routine, in your morning routine, I would suggest to really make sure that you buff this in your skin really good and nice. I really love mixing foundation, especially these two. I feel they give, I don't know, the perfect result that I want for a glowy day-to-day look. Basically, you can build it up if you have like areas that are more prone to redness and stuff like that. You can just pop a little bit more. And even bounce that brush on your face instead of swiping it would help you get more coverage. In the purpose of saving time, I'm not going to use traditional eyeshadow primer. I'm just going to use what's ever left on my brush. I'm just going to run it over my eyelid. So I think it's a nice base, and just gonna go over my ears. I don't know how I'm gonna wear my hair today. Yeah, so I'm gonna move on to bronzer. I am using this very random Mary Kay Sheer Mineral Pressed Powder in the color, I'm not sure, either Bronze 1 or RC13. Anyway, nice shade, matches my skin tone. I think it works really well. And I'm going to use my Ultimate Powder Brush by Real Techniques. And one trick that I have to share with you about all these powders that are very important in structuring the face. Although I'm not going to contour, I'm not going to go very heavy or very harsh with my lines and my application of products. I do want to give a certain, you know, my face is pretty oval and I don't want to make it longer, so I do want to have this effect of like, I don't know, roundness, and just to help me look less like a cucumber. So I'm gonna pick up some powder, tap off the excess, and I'm gonna strategically just place it here so the most pigmentation that I have is just in the outskirts of my face, and then I'm gonna blend it inwards like that. So as you can see, I can already see some color right here, and I'm gonna blend it downwards, going up to my temples. Very soft, very gentle, hardly there, but you know it is. So basically, again, I'm just placing the powder where I want most pigmentation, and then I'm sweeping it all over to diffuse it and blend it away. Circular motions and otherwise. I'm just gonna brush a little bit my gigantic forehead. And my jawline. Again, I'm just placing the product under my jawline, and I'm gonna blend it downwards to make it seamless. Yeah, so this is me in my glowy bronzed version, kind of. Moving on to eyelids. So for the eye look, I'm going to use Oldie But Goodie, the Urban Decay Naked Palette No. 1, and I can do 1, 2, 3 shades depending on how much time I have in the morning. If I'll have time for just one, I'll go with just the transition shade. Extra minute, I'll go add a little bit more dimension on the outer crease, and if I have 2 more minutes, I'm gonna pop some shimmer on the eyelids itself. You see how it goes. A few important notes on the eye makeup application. As you probably could guess, I am not 20 years old. I'm a bit older, I'm 37 actually, and my eyes are a bit droopy, you know, they used to be like that, and now they're not. So I'm not gonna place the color directly in my crease, I'm gonna go a little bit above that point. So let's say, if this is my crease right here, I'm gonna go a little bit above that, let's say here. And another thing is, because of the droopiness of my eyes, I don't want to go very low, because it will even give me more of this, you know, droopiness and you know, sad face with the sad eyes. So I'm gonna keep it right here. I'm not gonna go below that line that I made here with this thingy here. So basically I'm just placing it. Let me just show you and stop talking, okay? For the transition shade, I'm going to use Naked, which is very nice, warm taupe brown. And I'm going to use it with a big fluffy brush. This is MORPHE. I have no idea which one because it's very old and the name/number has already worn off. So taking the Naked on the MORPHE brush, and this is where I start packing the color to get the most color payoff, and I'm just going to blend it inwards but not outwards. Wind wiper motion and blending it outwards, well, I mean upwards, not outwards, with circular motions. And as you can see, I don't go below this area. You see, this eye immediately looks bigger and more open than this one. It looks more awake just with just a, you know, brush of color in a natural tone in the right location. So now just to make this darker shade connect with your lid, I'm just gonna pop it on the outer crease, really close to the lash line. So as I've said, if you don't have any time and you just want a pop of color, you know, just to make your eyes look more awake, this is the way to go, with a natural transition shade all over your crease and a little bit above it if you need so. Usually I like to spend just 1 more minute with defining the outer crease, and for that I'm going to use Buck and the same brush that I've used before, because who has time in the morning to look for a new and clean brush. And basically I'm just placing it and blending it in my outer crease, packing it on and sweeping it inside. It doesn't have to be perfect because these are mattes and very neutral colors, so they're very forgiving. You just want to add some shape and dimension to your eyes, and perfect has nothing to do with that. And if you have even 1 more minute to spend on makeup, use your fingers and just put some shimmer shade on the inner part of your lids. You'll be ready to go. So I'm using this color Sidecar, which is, you know, the shade between Naked and Buck, as if it's meant to be. I'm using my fingers just to pack it on my lid. And to make sure we don't have any harsh lines between the mattes and the shimmery shades, I'll use a very small brush. This is a Natasha Denona number 11, and I'm just gonna, it's clean, and I'm just gonna blend the seam between the shades. Just like that. And basically that's it. Before I finish off my eye look, I want to go in again with some concealer to correct my blue areas underneath here that are doing okay now that I've already corrected them. But I am going to go also with the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer in the shade 14, just to brighten up a little bit that area. So again, with the Bobbi Brown concealer, I'm just gonna do some dots here, really gently. And just a little below that, I'm using this Clinique concealer. Now this goes a long way, so I think I'm gonna cheat a little bit, because I don't want to use so much. And again, with the Bisque brush, I'm just blending those two together. Importantly on the tear duct area. And to set this concealer, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier translucent powder. For final touches, I'm going to use this, you know, the brush that came with the palette, and I'm going to use the fluffier side again with Naked and just run it over my lower lash line, all across. Don't forget to connect the outer lower and top lash lines. And with the smaller side, I'm going to take back and just concentrate it on the outer parts. And I'm just going to blend it out. Yes. So, last but not least, some mascara. I'm using the Lash Sensational by Maybelline New York that I love. I have it since I started makeup. I don't know how many tubes of this I got already, but it's really good. Look at the difference. Now I'm trying real hard not to do like funny faces, so don't judge me if I do. Usually I do like this, but I'm trying to work on it. In the waterline, you can either use a black or a brown or even a nude color. I'm gonna leave it like that, like bare and, you know, natural. This is good for me when I go out running errands or picking up my kids or something like that. It's more than enough. However, I do want to add some blush because blush is, you know, blush. I am using the Jouer Rose Cut Jam palette, which is so pretty. And since it is a neutral look, I'm going to use a mixture of Kiss Me and Peach Quartz. And to apply the blush, I will use the Instapop All Over brush by Real Technique. So cute, and I love the name. Okay, so I'm just mixing Kiss Me and Peach Quartz and blending it on my cheeks. I don't know if you can notice, but I'm basically placing it in a, you know, a higher point, and then I'm blending it downwards into my bronzer. I feel this way I get a more, you know, not just streaks of brown, streaks of pink or peach or whatever. I'm getting a more blended feel to the overall makeup look. And you don't have to do that, but I like to. I'm taking just a little bit of blush and I'm running it over. Ooh, that was too much. Let me fix that with my foundation brush. Yeah, that was too much. And I'm just running it, you know, on my nose and chin. We're almost done, and all we need now is a little lip stain. I am using the Just a Tint by ColorPop in the shade Treasure Island. And the reason I love those lip crayons, you can find, you know, a lot of brands do them. It doesn't have to be ColorPop, though they are really affordable, is that it's really easy to apply. I'm pretty sure you can all do it with your eyes closed and you'll be good. It's very forgiving. The formula is not too thick. It's very moisturizing, and basically you can build it up. So yeah, that's basically it. Just a pop of color to look alive, and it smells really, really good. This is the final look, and this is my makeup routine on busy mornings when I have to go, you know, I don't have anything too important during the day, but I do want to look good and feel fresh and alive. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you like this video. If you do, please leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, and, you know, thumbs up, whatever you want to do. This is my first video, so any constructive criticism will be well received and appreciated. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.